This is an Alyssa Febres audio recording. All Alyssa Febres audio recordings are in the public domain. This audio recording was recorded using a recorder that records audio. If you have an audio recorder that records audio, you know what I mean. The Smallest True Thing by Alyssa Febres. I like to lie. Not the operatic kind, not the kind that needs orchestras and alibis and backup dancers. Just the pocket-sized kind you can balance on your tongue like a pill. Gas station cashier. How's your night? Fantastic, couldn't be better. I am one burst pipe away from nirvana. Old classmate by the cereal. Hey, what are you doing now? Studying architecture. I say it with a straight face, like I build cathedrals before breakfast. My mom, are you okay? Always, absolutely. I've never been more okay. The word okay can stretch like gum if you chew it long enough. I've got 2 rules. Never get too big and never harm. I wrote them down somewhere in my head in block letters like a middle school poster. Be honest, but not really. The first rule is easy. The second rule makes itself a bit more difficult, and you never know who will be hurt by something you've said. Like a sticky hinge I keep opening even when I shouldn't. It's the difference between a smile and a snarl. I know this. And I do it anyway. I can't tell which part is the habit and which part's just me. My mom tells me I need a haircut. She says it without criticism, without the sigh that I know I deserve. She could write a book about my hair, whole chapters about the way it frizzes when it rains, the way it refuses to be anything but itself. I tell her, sure, I'll go. It feels like agreeing to a baptism. I figure a good cleaning can solve anything. Wash the scalp, retire some of the old lies. The salon has the sound of people trying too hard. Blow dryers like hair-thin hurricanes. Laughing in the corner like a television laugh track stuck on repeat. The receptionist asks for my name and I give it to her, and it feels like donating an organ. Her name is Lois. She's all soft jaw and bright smock. Tiny cartoon scissors printed all over it like confetti. She asks, are you ready? Like she's taking me on a field trip. I sit in the chair. It's a throne for the unremarkable, and I give her my hair. She lifts off the baseball cap like a coronation in reverse and sighs the tangle. What grade are you in, dear? She asks. Part of the salon catechism. She's already combing, already finding the hidden knots. There's a rhythm to the questions. Warm up, small talk, then the biography, then the wishful thinking about vacations. 11th, I say. It skims out before I can knit it in. I'm not in 11th. I'm in 10th. But it feels gentle, like putting a blanket over something. Favorite subject? She asks. History, I say. And immediately I feel the fizz of it, the tiny spark of wrong. I love math. I love the way it holds still. How an equal sign is a door that never slams in your face. But history, it came out like a hiccup. And now it's on the record. Lois nods, pleased, because people like it when you like what they like. She tells me about a teacher she had the year that they read 10 whole novels. And the way a good book makes the room feel both smaller and bigger. I nod along. Of course, I read. I read the same page for an hour sometimes. like I'm making it confess to me. She brushes the back of my neck, a quick, mothering gesture, and I twitch. A nerve lights up that I forgot I owned. I can be an animal without touch sometimes, ready to run and starved for it at the same time. I make a joke about being ticklish. "You play any sports?" she asks. "I have asthma," I say. The lie is smooth, pre-chewed. I can feel the grooves of it in my teeth. She swats my hand away when I reach to scratch, gently, like I'm a kid trying to steal a cookie. And for a second, I live in that universe where someone stops you kindly. In that universe, I don't need rules. "Do you have any siblings?" The question lands where it always lands, the softest part. There's a pause in my chest. My breath holds itself up like a wall. I flip through my internal Rolodex. I pick a card. "Yeah," I say. "A sister. She's got the most beautiful blue eyes." And that does it. The floor tilts, and behind my face, something shifts. "Oh, that's lovely," Lois says. "Unique, too, considering you have brown eyes." She says it like a compliment for genetics that I didn't choose, but I hear the math of it. If brown and blue are in the same room together, someone's lying. My foot starts tapping under the chair, an anxious metronome. I remember the rules, and I watch myself break them with both hands. I can feel the lie growing legs. A cartoon thing gathering stray hairs from the cape, the floor knitting itself slowly into a shape. My hair falls around me in black commas and apostrophes, grammar for a confession I don't know how to make. Each snip feeds it. It gathers at my feet like a small, dark animal. "What's the age gap?" Lois asks, scissors pausing midair. "How old are you two?" 3 years, I say. "No, 4. My leg shakes harder. "We're 4 years apart. We're completely different." I put a smile on it. The smile feels like standing on a frozen lake that's cracking in neat little lines. My chest tightens. The animal at my feet breathes. I can hear it now. And the electricity of my scalp shifting as if picking a side of the room, I say, "Yeah. Lots of things we like doing together. We like to paint. We like to run. We like to." The sentence trips, and I trip with it. Tears come embarrassingly fast like a faucet I forgot to shut off. I broke my rules. It got too big. And someone also got hurt. Lois sets the scissors down the way you set flowers on a grave. "Oh, baby," she says. "What's the matter?" I could say everything boring and true. I'm tired. I'm lonely. My head's a beehive. I could say the big, true thing and detonate the room. Instead, I fold. I collapse forward into her bright smock, into the printed scissors, into the sweet, chemical wind of hairspray. My tears darken the cartoon combs. We don't play games anymore," I murmur into the fabric. "We don't run." She couldn't. The words trip over themselves. And we don't paint. I lied. It's all a lie, you know. She's gone. I'm sorry. Lois holds me. She rocks us slightly, the chair squeaking like a grocery cart with a good wheel. She says nothing because there are no coupons for this. The salon soundtrack keeps pretending it's a normal day. The blow-dryer hums a tide going out. After she finishes with quiet efficiency that feels like devotion, Snip, 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 brush, brush, brush. The animal under the chair stays imaginary. Which might be worse. It doesn't need to exist. Just like my lies. At the counter, I take a lollipop with a sticky wrapper. I leave her an extra 10 for being kind, which is easy because it isn't my money. My mom was paying for the haircut. Compassion on credit, I guess. I'm almost at the door when something stiffens in me, an axis clicking into place. Hey, Lois, I say, turning. My favorite subject. It's math. She smiles at me like we share a secret. I knew it, she says, which is a lie too. But it's the kind of lie that holds your hand as you cross the street. And it's okay. I think sometimes I need a hand to hold.
End of The Smallest True Thing by Alyssa Febres. This has been an audio recording by Audio Recordings. If you wish to hear more audio recordings recorded by an audio recording, simply locate an audio recorder and record the audio. If you heard my phone vibrating during this recording, no, you didn't.